AirSkillz Podcast.
What up? What up? How you doing? This is your boy Malcolm Airbrush Assassin McCray with your co-host
Lord Rudy, baby.
I was supposed to say that part. Or you was gonna say that.
Hey, you got done. That's all that matters.
I was giving you the alley oop. Is that what y'all say in sports? I ain't a big sports person, but welcome to the show, AirSkillz Podcast, man. Hey, we had to push record because we got into a real incredible session. Before then, Lord Rudy, what's up, man? Tell me something good.
Hey, man, tell me that you like it. That's the song that I like. Tell me something good.
Hello.
You went crazy on that. But that's a different story, man. You know I'm a DJ. That's DJ me, man. You threw me another line.
Right, right.
That's the first name was Alley-oop.
Okay.
The second name was the live, and then the oop. You did all three, so I appreciate it, brother.
No problem, man. I'm a big sports. No, I don't know nothing about anybody that knows.
That's okay. That's okay. You can make the jerseys though. That's for damn sure. You can make the jerseys and you can design them and everything. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, man. How was your week, man?
Man, this week been weekend, man. I'm not even gonna lie to you, man. Not even gonna lie to you, but it's as my shirt say, man. If you can see it, you know what I'm saying. I try to do my best to focus on the good, man. Try to find the good in everything that happens. Trying to find the good in everything that's going on, and trying to find a lesson in everything that happens to you. Everything that happens to you don't just happen to you; it happens for you. So you need to find out why.
What was your lesson this week? What would you say?
My lesson this week it was a few, but the one that came to me yesterday is: it don't matter how much money you got, it don't matter your level of power, it don't matter your position. The feelings is the same. Stress the same. You know what I'm saying? It might be different levels of stress, but it's still stress.
Right.
Might be different levels of the struggle, but it's still a struggle.
Right.
So it was a reminder that everybody go through the same stuff. It's just different levels. And it ain't just the levels, but it's the lessons that you learn from everything that you go through. Yeah. Or like I say, that you grow through. So I'm growing, man, and it's right now some concrete. Now I know what they mean by, you know what I'm saying, the roads growing in the concrete, man. To get through that it ain't easy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's important the soil that you plant your seeds on. So that's what I got from it so far this week, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
What about you? What about you?
Man, I guess for me this week was about time and space. As a entrepreneur and an artist, a father, grandfather, husband, all that.
All the type. You got to put them all in. You know what I'm saying? Even I start calling them monkey suits, folks.
So, with all the different monkey suits, sometimes you got to know when to just, know that you did your best and pull back and be confident in pulling back and giving time and space and opportunity to do what it's going to do before you bust a move, So in between that time, it was like, okay, and then what you do while you waiting or while you letting things kind of do their thing. And for me, it's been stay true to your vision and just stay focused in on your objective, So this week was just built around that, scheduling things, moving things around, canceling certain things, and just kind of making sure that focused in on an objective and staying true to the cause,
I dig it, man. So let me ask you a question, because you brought up that word vision. What do you do when the vision gets misconstrued or life happens and you feel as if the vision has completely disappeared?
I think it's important to create tools in your life that every day help you to maintain your vision, because the tools kind of become like reminders. So for me,
Mm-hmm.
I do a lot of journaling. I get up, pretty early in the morning before my wife is up, before anybody is up, and I'll do some journaling, and I'll I have a journal entry right now with focused in on my trip to Africa and some of the things that was revealed to me spiritually when I was there, and I wrote it in my journal. So when I find myself lost, or when I find myself confused, or when I find myself dealing with other individuals who might not see what I see and might try to tweak it or change it, I can be able to have I can go back to my journal and be like, okay, no, this is what the mission was. Stay
Mm-hmm.
true to that and keep these reminders out, writing them down, putting them on boards, having vision boards, constantly. It's so many negative things out there that, between the engagement we having with technology, how many different commercials, how many different things that we subconsciously are picking up that are negative,
Mm-hmm.
that we have to make sure we create tools in our lives that remind us almost every day what you're supposed to be doing. What's your vision, what's keeping you focused, what's keeping you grounded, how you
Mm-hmm.
feel, how your spirit feeling, how your energy feeling. Are you wasting your time on this job, or are you wasting your time dealing with this client? Or, so it's hard, man.
Yeah, it's 100%
So,
hard, especially dealing with people, man. And like you said, the access that we have now could be our detriment at this point because we have literally everything at our hands. We were just talking about it.
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? They gave us the control
The
for
distraction.
them to control us. Like literally, like they gave us the control, the phone. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? We can see anything that we want. We could look at anything that we want. And then I was thinking about remember back in the early army days when they used to make people sit down and they used
Uh-huh.
to make them watch them clips
Right.
to begin the program,
Right.
and it's a different clip every 2 seconds.
Right.
Different clip every 2 seconds.
Right.
That's like how social media is, right?
That's how we swiping.
We constantly swiping, we constantly scrolling,
Right.
and if we not looking at the things that align with our vision, those become the distractions.
Right.
And whatever's on your timeline or whatever you scrolling, you creating that algorithm that's gonna keep your attention on whatever's distracting you. And I think we fall into that trap
Right.
every day.
Every day. I was
Every
reading something. I was reading something, and one of the things that I try to do is read,
yeah.
because what reading does is it takes you off the media, it takes you off your tablet. I'm reading a book, like an actual
Hmm.
physical. It takes you out of the digital world and it forces you to be in a moment.
Hmm.
So I was doing some reading, and they were talking about the dopamines that come along with the scrolling. So there are studies out there, and a lot of these games and different things and social media is built around keeping you engaged consistently, and the dopamines that come along with fast, quick bursts of sound, uh,
Mm.
music, color, images, and
Peak pattern.
how fast the brain peeps up on all of these different things and processes it.
Hmm. And on top
So,
of that, my
mhm.
bad. Go ahead, folks.
No, go ahead.
On top of that, like we don't even realize uh, the reasons why sometimes we can't sleep is because just like that cell phone, just because you put it down don't mean it's off. It's still
Right,
running in the background.
right.
And those things that you've seen throughout the day, they still running in the back of your head, and you wondering why you can't get no rest.
The most important part, two parts of the day is what you doing the first 5 to 10 minutes when you wake up, and then
Mm-hmm.
what's the last thing you doing 5 to 10 minutes before you go to sleep.
Hmm.
So those two periods are pretty much set up the rest of your day, which setups the rest of your life.
Yeah.
So if we, like, for me, I had to create rules for myself that, okay, first of all, my phone is not in the bedroom with me. I don't
That's a
even
big one.
allow, I don't even allow my phone room in the bedroom with me. I turn off all notifications on my phone, period. I don't even have notifications on my phone. I turn all of those off. I
Right.
make sure that, like I said, before I go to sleep, I ain't scrolling. I might, watch something, but I make sure that I ain't on no tablet, I ain't on no phone, anything like
Yeah.
that. So one of the other things I do is, even before when I get up in the morning, um, outside of drinking water immediately, before I get on my phone, I gave myself a rule. Like, you can't, make sure you pray, get all of your meditation, all your little morning workout, get all of that out the way first, so you can earn the right to get on your phone. So
Mm.
if you want to get up, I get up, sometimes, 4 o'clock, like this morning. I was up at 4. So you want to get on your phone and you want to get onto tablets and technology and check emails and all of that stuff at 4 o'clock in the morning. Well, make sure you got your prayers, got all your morning day, your physical maintaining straight, your mental maintaining, your spiritual maintaining straight, to earn the right to be able to get on the phone when you want to get on the phone that early. So these are the little, triggers, or what I like to also say, hacks, that
Mm.
we got to create in our lives, because if you don't create them, then we know what happens. It's a systematic attack on your subconscious that's
Mm.
keeping you from being the best version of yourself. And most of the time, we put a lot of that pressure on ourselves, but it's really not our fault. Everything around us is being programmed to keep us into this perspective of uh consumer based, it ain't even about your happiness. Keep your head down, be highly competitive, highly judgmental, and highly full of fear. And from that, you can't really get enough time to really figure out what you put on this earth to do.
Mm.
You ain't got the
Mm.
time. You exhausted. you
Right.
ain't got the time. So uh how you deal with it is, you gotta have antivirus, what I'm saying, technology. And when I say that, that's like, I call like a hack, ways to hack into the system, into your own system, to create tools in your life that
Yeah.
constantly keep you focused in on a certain frequency.
Mm.
Because the thing is, where we at now is learning how to turn down the noise. Once we
It's noisy
learn
right now.
tools to turn down the noise, you can sleep better. Once
Yeah.
you realize, all right, man, whatever I'm watching, 10, 15 minutes, whatever I'm doing right before I go to sleep, is subconsciously getting put into my dreams, and it's stressing me, so I can't really rest. I might be very anxious. I'm tossing and turning. I ain't really resting. You know what I'm saying? I'm sleeping, but I ain't resting. That's two different
Right.
things. So,
Right.
but when you have a vision and you have an idea of what you're supposed to be doing in a direction, then it gives you a sense of peace, because you like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, when I find myself lost, because you're gonna find yourself lost. It's created in, we've been conditioned to just be lost. When you find yourself lost, you can be like, all right, man, I ain't feeling it. Well, what you ain't feeling? Well, this don't feel right. What don't feel right? I don't feel like I'm aligned. Am I supposed to be doing this? Well, are you going back to your vision? What's your vision? What you trying to do? Oh, well, I'm really wanting to do work with kids, but I'm doing this and I'm doing that and I'm trying to do this. But when you get more focused and you get aligned, it's like one of my mentors, he says, you just get a high sense of clarity.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what you're trying to get anyway. You spend all that time. If you spend that time, you got your vision, but you ain't working towards it, or you working towards it, but it's taking the time. What do you do in between that time? You just stay focused and you continuously get a higher version of clarity. meaning that you constantly rewriting it down, you constantly making new contacts, you constantly are doing research, you constantly, and you also are giving yourself time for these things. So the pressure is kind of released on you because you're like, yo, I'm in the middle of research and development right now. So I ain't really trying to make nothing. You know what I'm saying? So you got to give your time for all of those different things. And when you don't own your own time, then we
Mm.
all have to make time. Like we get the low end of the stick. It's like, oh, okay, the job get their time, the kids get their time, parents get their time, everybody get their time. And by the time we get a little corner to be able to carve out for your dream, your ambitions, your business or whatever, you are overly exhausted. And then just like caffeine or any other kind of drug, we start polluting ourselves with highly induced music that's like on a high frequency to keep us pushing and grinding. And we really exhausted, but we just trying to, man, I gotta grind. I can't go to sleep, right? I'm tired, but I can't
Yeah,
go to sleep right now. So, it's a battle, man. So our vision and staying true to our vision is important, man.
man, you said something that kind of it did intrigue me, and it made me curious. You said we find ourselves lost sometimes.
Mm,
We find ourselves lost. That's like
that's a dope
I'm trying
t-shirt.
to, huh? It really is, but I'm trying to like unpack it, like,
Yeah,
because if I find myself,
right,
but I'm lost, what am I really looking for in that moment?
right.
It's man,
I think too what it is that we really looking for that inner voice. Like when you know yourself and you know what you're supposed to be doing, it's a voice that comes along with that.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? And when you running so much and everything is so loud and the frequency is loud and very noisy, you can't hear yourself think, meaning you can't hear your own voice. So you can get lost,
mm-hmm,
you know what I'm saying, in the noise to where you can't really hear yourself. You forget. And if you ain't checking in, hey man, you good? How we doing? You know what I'm saying? Having those inner conversations, how we feeling, how we
yeah,
aligned up, what's good, how we doing. If we ain't
yeah,
checking in on ourselves, then you look up and you like, ooh, I didn't let months go by without checking in. Now I'm slipping.
yeah, yeah. You
You
said
know,
something earlier too. It kind of hurt my feelings, bro.
what's that, bro?
You said my Africa vision when I go to Africa. You wasn't speaking in the plural because I remember us having a conversation.
Oh,
Bro.
hey, bro, you are me, bro. We, we son. Yeah, no, man, the motherland is where we all come from, man. So yeah, I might was a little selfish. I went and
No,
it blew,
as you should be, because you went by yourself the first time, so I
yeah,
understand.
blew my mind.
Going
So
going back to that space, uh,
mhm.
would you say that broadened your vision?
Not only did it broaden my vision, it gave me enrichment.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I would kind of, I always use nature and earth. Like, so it's like when you growing something in the soil after a while, the soil becomes um almost the nutrition in it depreciates.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying? So you gotta, you know, as a person who has land and has done gardening and farming on a small level, like dealing with earth, it's like, man, like if you don't, if your soil is all you got on your land.
hmm,
And if you buy or if you inherit land with horrible soil, then you can't grow nothing. You're gonna have to spend, what I'm saying, a whole lot of time, money, and energy to get that soil to be able to grow a crop or grow some
hmm.
food or grow some flowers.
Yeah.
So you use compost and different things to build your soil up. I use that same analogy when you a leader, when you an entrepreneur, when you a visionary, when you an artist, when you have a vision or a goal that you want to accomplish in life.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you pushing, man. You constantly are pushing. You constantly are like, just like that plant. You heading to the sun, man. You that sun motivates the plants to be able to keep, what I'm saying, pushing higher and higher and higher. Because the closer you get to the sun, the more nutrients you're gonna get, the more powerful you're gonna be, the more successful you're gonna be. So with inside that, you pushing for a long time, you might even had a couple different harvests in your life. And we talking back to land on some land. But
Yeah.
after a while, the nutrition in the soil starts to deplete because
Mm.
it's been growing, harvested, growing, harvested, growing, harvested, growing, harvested. So you gotta, what I'm saying, put nutrition back in there. So Africa for me, as a leader, as an entrepreneur, as a spiritual guide, as a father figure, all of those different things, husband, brother, man, I was depleted.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
nature is one of those things that helped me, but I had deep in meditation, I had to figure out something that I needed to do to re-energize my spirit and my soul that could be a boost, a power boost of energy that could give me to replenish me.
Mm.
And spirit through meditation was like, you need to go to Africa. And this was last year, October.
Mm-hmm.
I was a whole year, and I wasn't even thinking about Africa. It was like September or something. I wasn't even thinking about Africa. It was
This was
at
2022, huh?
2022.
Yeah.
So um winter 2020, like September, no, probably like August, right? 2022. And I had a client that hit me up that had me do a big project for him, and he had sent me the dough for the project and paid me all up front. You know what I'm saying?
Mm. Yeah.
I had money. So I'm very cautious on how I spend my money. But for the
Right.
last couple of years, I hadn't really went on no vacations for myself. I hadn't really did anything for myself.
Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
bro, take some of this money. Spirit was like, go to Africa. I had some contacts that I already knew in Senegal, and I wanted to do three major things. I wanted to heal, relax myself, get connected with earth, nature. I wanted to teach and work with some young people, and I wanted to collaborate with some artists.
Mm.
Those are my three things that I was dedicated to do while I was there, and give
Yeah.
myself a, and me on the line, like being super selfish, like I want to give myself way more than enough time for myself, so I got the overflow for everybody else, and I ain't trying to micromanage in Africa. You know what I'm saying? Like I
Right.
can
Right.
be
Right. Right. Right.
moment,
Right. Right.
so that's kind of like what I end up doing and bringing it all together, make some contacts, created a whole movement called the Airbrush Africa movement, a whole program where we go to Africa. This will be our second year. Um, and building, networking with artists, collaborating with artists. And this year we're going to two different other countries, Ghana and Nigeria, and we're
Mm.
going back to Senegal. So we're doing three countries, collaborating and all of that good stuff. So, it's about that, man. And
Yeah.
that's what Africa was for me.
That's
And
fire,
that's
man. I can't wait to go.
when it's time to bring the whole crew, and I look at everybody I touch as part of my tribe. So I've been one of those kind of persons that's been like, I'll go out there into the frontier and find it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And I hit my people. I found it. Come on, let's go. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm building, man. I'm building that for us, you know what I'm saying, for the tribe, man, to be able to have a place in Africa, and have a school, have uh 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 Airbnb, so when a family come, houses, and a full studio institution where we teach and training and having people come, African Americans and people from all over the world, um,
Mm-hmm.
over to heal, network, build, collaborate. and all of that,
Mm.
Yes,
One
sir.
thing I can honestly say is, man, since I met you, you never detour from your vision.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Nobody, no matter who understood it or didn't understand it, you be saying stuff. We be like, what? Yeah, man, I'm gonna get this bus, man. I'm gonna turn it into an RV. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna pollinate the land. What? Yeah, I'm gonna travel the country doing it. What? We out here trying to do simple stuff. You out here creating your own world.
I like the way you put that.
That's what it was. You created your own world. When I came to your land, what was that last year?
It was the year before, I think.
That was 2023.
Yeah, maybe last year. Yeah.
Anyway, when I came to your land,
Right.
it was like I saw your entire vision come to fruition.
Mm,
And the number one thing that impressed me about it is you didn't let nobody's doubt because it wasn't their idea.
mm,
Nobody's misunderstanding of the idea. Nobody's confusion. You stuck to the vision. You literally created your own world, and it's like
mm,
you made me even more comfortable in my skin
mm, mm.
because most people who are misunderstood, they either conform or they stay true to themselves because it comes to that crossroad.
Right.
Either I'm gonna follow somebody else's blueprint and become a carbon copy of them, or I'm gonna choose my own fate and become the true version of me. And that's what you did for me. And it showed me like no matter because we get distracted by the fame. We feel
Mm,
like people have to see everything that we're doing.
mm,
If I'm doing it for everybody else to see, what am I really doing it for?
mm, mm,
That means I'm looking for I'm working based off their expectations. I'm working off based off their vision of what they think I should be,
mm.
what I should create based off of them. Like you said, the consumer eye.
Right.
But you're a creator over a consumer.
Mm-hmm.
You're willing to create your own. You're
Yeah, man.
willing to consume your own.
Yeah, it's like for me, it's all about the feeling. You know what I'm saying? It's the vibe.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
It's like
And that
if the
go ahead.
vibe ain't right, I can't really mess with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. You really showed me the true essence of like literally the value of creating your own. You was the first person that told me if I could create it, I create the value.
Right.
Well, I was like, what? And it got my name on it, and I can create the value.
Right. Yep.
That's a different mindset, and that's a different level of value. I value what I do and what I create for myself more than I value anything else
Right.
other than my time.
Right.
And to walk in the room and know that who you are and to have created everything that you have on, it's a different feeling. And you gave that feeling to me.
Yeah,
From when
man.
we was from when you was creating clothes and we was wearing them in the club.
Yeah, man. I
That was just like I got something on
that's
it's
unique.
different.
I've been messing around with this new technique with bleaching, and I'm doing bleaching with airbrushing and art over top of it.
Yeah,
Um, and it's like, for
that's
me,
sick.
yeah, man, this ain't even done yet, and it's
You just
soft.
having fun with it though. That's the crazy
You
part.
know, that's the thing about it is like I don't want to do nothing that I don't like. I ain't trying to sell nothing and I ain't trying to promote nothing that I don't like. If it's dope to me, then it's easy for me to be able to get people to love it because it's
Yeah,
dope for me. You know what I'm saying?
right.
And for me, it's like I have to constantly being a creative individual and a leader and an entrepreneur and a businessman. Like you got to be. It's like a fine line between doing things that are going to financially be cool and then things that like, oh no, I'm doing this because I love it and this is who I am.
Yeah,
So that fine line is like something you always got to constantly be testing. Like you can't never get comfortable with that because the moment that you get comfortable, you didn't already went over to the border. You know what I'm saying? It's like you got to stay right there in that on that line. You can't go too far over to be like, oh, I'm just gonna paint. I'm an Instagram, whatever people want me. I'm just gonna do that.
Right,
This is
right, right,
like trendy. This is trendy right now. I'm doing that.
right,
Um, and then you can't be like, oh, I'm just an artist. I'm so wrapped up into my art form that I'm in my closet all day and I ain't really engaged using my art to engage with the world.
right,
And what I'm saying, I'm just in it for the sake of art. So I think too, like in the back in the day, it was looked at like a separate perspective, like only you can be an artist or an entrepreneur. You can't do both.
right,
So it's important to, like, for me to have fun, like constantly push myself to, like, just like I push myself to be a great artist and a great businessman. I always try to focus in on making sure that that I'm enjoying it. If I don't
right,
enjoy it,
right.
then I'm gonna lose who I am in the process. Then it ain't really worth it. It's like, damn, I'm
Right.
putting all this work in. I don't even like this.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
So,
You gotta
because the
love what you
money
do.
ain't enough, the success ain't enough, the money ain't enough, the success ain't enough. What other people think of you at the end of the day ain't really enough. But if you can just close your door and pull out your airbrush or your pen or your mark, whatever music, whatever your thing is, and you can just be in that zone, and that's enough at that moment in time.
Yeah.
It gives you an opportunity to, like, get out of I think all of these tools are almost like reflections in the mirror. It
Mm,
snaps you out of it. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you paint
yeah.
something, you like creating something, or you doing some music, it pulls you out of your head and you like in the moment.
Mm-hmm.
And
I can dig
so,
it.
yeah,
I can
man.
dig it. So we talking about vision today.
We're talking
We
about
talking
vision,
about
man.
vision.
Yeah,
Every
man.
vision has a every vision has a story behind
Every,
it.
every vision has a story behind it, man.
Yeah. We heard your
It's
story on the first episode. This episode we realizing that the vision has came to life and it's still growing. And you still buying more land on top of the land that you already got.
Hey, man, you got
And you
to.
building upon the land though.
Yes, sir. It's a process,
You
bit by
building
bit.
upon the land. You
Yes,
like to
sir.
work with your hands.
hmm
You building
It's
tiny
work.
houses, bro.
It's work, bro. My
It's
dad told
work.
me, I told my dad, I said, Pops, why ain't nobody ever talking about buying land? And like he said, people don't talk about land because it's work. Don't nobody want to do the work. I had to build a whole driveway. You know what I'm saying? Right now, we got an event that I'm working on. And I got a tractor that I'm working on. I got solar. It's all off grid. So, we got, garden projects we got to get ready to start. So,
Yeah.
and when you work in these kind of like things, it takes time,
Right.
time. Sometimes you can have all the money in the world, but if you ain't got the time to facilitate it, it don't matter.
Right.
So it's one of those things where that's where that vision come in. You got to stay true to it, man. You got to stay true to your vision, because if you don't, you'll be living somebody else's vision.
Yeah. And that's a lot of what that's a lot of what I've been seeing, man. There's a lot of people, especially, man, I call them infomercials, man. Everybody want to show you how to do something.
Right.
And a lot of those things just come with a price tag. So
Exactly.
where's the true value? Because I can find a penny on the ground.
Right.
Like
Right.
no BS. And if I find enough pennies, it's gonna make a dollar. And if I find enough dollars, it's gonna continue to add up.
Exactly.
But if there's no value there, I'm just recycling the bread.
Right.
Because money gonna do its job, it's gonna come and it's gonna go.
Right.
But creativity, vision, you don't get those off.
Right.
Dreams, you don't get those off. And it's your job to put those things into action. Because if you don't, they just gonna go to somebody else, and then you find yourself mad, like, man, that was my idea. Yeah, it was. But what did you do with it? You let it sit on the shelf. You kept trying to find reasons of why it won't work
Right.
instead of just getting to work. Vision came to you for a reason. And it's your job to put it to work. Just look at your resources. Look what you have around you and be thankful, because we always have everything we need inside of us.
Mm-hmm.
But with all the distractions, it makes us believe that we don't have. Right. And then we start questioning ourselves. And then we start looking at self-reflection and trying to figure out what's wrong with us. Mm-hmm. Why I don't have this and this person got that. You got the exact same thing. Your problem is you just ain't went to work yet.
Right.
And that's the biggest issue with everything. So with that being said, you got some work for us today?
Yes, sir. I got a little something for you, man.
But you got a stencil? Talk to me. What is it, man?
Yeah, man. You know. So I got a stencil here. This is called the Wild Image, man. Of course, you ain't gonna understand what it is until, because I can see you you're looking a little confused. You're looking a little confused.
I see an angry silhouette.
So this design right here is like an original concept I did. I probably designed this thing when I was, I would say 16.
Okay.
And he called it Wild Image, man. And so we're gonna do him up. And then we're going to do a nice little graffiti word with vision on there as well.
All right. Well, man, look, I'm excited to see it. I ain't going to hold it. We're going to get right to it, man. You just let me know when you're ready.
All right. I'm ready.
Say less.
Thing called vision is one of the major tools of my success. Vision has been able to take me from being homeless to being a successful artist, author, speaker, and now you're a life coach. See, vision is one of those things that a lot of times I spend a lot of my energy focusing in on making sure that my vision is consistent. This is one of the tools that I use in my life to be able to push me forward, to be able to help me to be able to get out my dreams, my goals, my ambition. See, vision is the ability to be able to see past your current circumstance. Let me rewind that, bring that back to you guys. See, vision is the ability to see beyond your current circumstance. Sometimes you're going through things in life that are hard. Sometimes you're going through things in life that bring pain. Sometimes life can just be so tough, right? Whether it's the bills, whether it's the issues with the vehicles, whether it's a problem with health or family issues, right? There's always something that's trying to knock you off of your focus, right? So vision, what that does is allow you to be able to look beyond these problems, look beyond these issues, so you can be able to stay focused on your journey to success. See, vision is so important because it gives you the opportunity to be able to think and the opportunity to be able to dream. When you think about your vision, you have to dream and visualize big things, big goals, big ambitions. Visualize your true success, whatever that ultimate success is, whether it's buy your mother a house, whether it's to take care and send your children to college, whether it's to be able to get that A in class or to be able to get through that exam. See, you have to be able to have vision, and these visions are goals. These are great ambitions, great dreams. Sometimes when I think about my visions, I make sure that my visions are bigger than I can ever expect, because I know that I'm consistently fighting and pushing towards these visions, right? I also create different tools in my life, and one of the things that I created is a vision board. And these vision boards are great tools. I'll write down my goals, write down my visions. I'll go into my vision 360 degrees. I'll talk about the color of the furniture that's going to be in my new office. I'll talk about the vision of me sitting down in my brand new luxury vehicle. And I would go and take snippets and clippings of different articles or different newspaper pictures. And nowadays I go on Google and I'll grab different images. Right now I'm focused in on creating a new art gallery, a new art studio, where I want to be able to have it to where it's a lot of natural light and big windows and wood and concrete floors and heated floors. And, you know, I'm visualizing myself sitting in this beautiful studio where it's overlooking the ocean, where it's overlooking some water, where it's overlooking a lake. And I'm able to be able to create my paintings in front of this beautiful atmosphere, this beautiful open window space, right? So I'm visualizing that. And what I do to take it a step further is I find the pictures of the wood that I'm gonna use. I find the pictures of the water, that the scenery in the background. I find the pictures of the easels that I'm going to be able to use, and I put these pictures together in a vision board, because I am visualizing, I am preparing, I am emotionally attaching myself and preparing myself for the things and the goals that I'm going to accomplish in the near future. See, this vision board is a tool that I use in my life to help me stay focused. It was so crazy. I just had one of my students come the other day to help me work on a project, and we were moving some things around, and he just so happened to see one of my older vision boards, and he kind of glanced and laughed at it, because I had some things on that board that mimic who I am and some of the goals that I made, and I was able to fulfill in my life to this day. So it's so incredible to be able to see the vision boards become small snapshots. As you are growing in your life, you're accomplishing these different things. And at the time, I even forgot about this vision board. This is some things that I had accomplished that I had forgot that I had even accomplished. But having him there, he helped me to be able to trigger and be able to go back and see all these different visions and ideas and dreams and things that I've been able to accomplish. And the vision board becomes something physical. It's just like writing your goals down, but on paper, but now you have them actually on the actual a tool that you created, and the process is very, very calming and soothing to be able to cut out these different ideas and different tools that you can use in your dreams and your visions in life. So I want to be able to push you to create your vision board, because within creating your vision board, it'll help you manifest these different things that you want in your life and help you walk through the different process in your mind. Because if you can see it, then you can do it. And if you can do it, then you can be able to believe it. And these different tools all together help you on your road to success. So create a vision, guys. Create your vision boards. Write your vision out. I have multiple visions, multiple different things that I want to be able to accomplish in my life. What happens is once you write these things out, these become other tools that you can be able to use in your life to be able to help become a leader. It's one of the most important things that I realize is that now I'm able to use these vision boards and use all of my ideas and my visions to be able to help other people become successful. So I've created a leadership tool. I've created a leadership trait within inside of myself that I can be able to use as a tool to be the best leader and also be able to give my students the best advice. This is your friend, your speaker, your author, your artist, your life coach, Malcolm Airbrush Assassin McCray. And I want to be able to let you know that have vision today. Sit down, write down your vision, write down your goals so you can be the best leader that you need to be. Yeah, man.
Listen, man. Can I have that? Ooh.
You want that?
Yeah, folks, I want that. That's
man, he's highly focused. You know, sometimes when you got your vision and you like, you know, and tunnel vision, you know, other people be like, man, you good? You cool? You be zoned out, you be focused, you be like, you good, you cool. That's how my man is. You know, he ain't let nobody get in his way. He ain't let nobody slow him down. And you know, he's been a part of my life for a long time.
I done seen him around a couple times, man. He ain't grew up or nothing. He just still got the baby faces, everything, man.
Got everything.
Yeah, bad man. That's an amazing creation, man, by the Airbrush Assassin, man. We appreciate you sharing your creativity with us once again, man. We gonna have to get that away to somebody.
Definitely
gonna have to get that away to somebody, man. But look, these are the last couple minutes, man. You got any final remarks or anything?
Final remarks. Stay focused. Stay true to who you are. Keep having in the Yoruba traditions, we call it Iwa Puele, which is good character. Continue to have good character. Be humble. Making sure that you are secured in your own journey, in your own life. And don't worry, man. Just slow it down a little bit. You know, try to turn down the noise. Find a quiet spot. Get out in nature. Get near some water. And try to listen to your inner voice, your inner spirit, your inner self, so you can be able to have a sense of peace. And then when you got peace, then you can be able to work your way through any obstacle in life. So, hey man, that's have vision.
That's all we need right there, man. That's all we need. Go ahead and close us out, man, so we can get up out of here.
Man, it's your boy Malcolm Airbrush Assassin McCray with your boy co-host
Lord Rudy.
I just threw you another. All right.
I caught it and I did like this. Normally you just tap it in. I wanted to be a little nice with it. So I had to bring it from back here, man.
And you're live with AirSkillz Podcast. Thank y'all for tapping in. Make sure you definitely like, subscribe, share. You know somebody that need to hear this message. You know what I'm saying? And thank you guys for your continuous support. Peace.
AirSkillz Podcast.